K'nekotein. Your timing could not be better. Deacon Clem has finished speaking with the rescued clergymen, and will be here shortly to share his findings. Lord Americ too is on his way. Let us wait for them. Deacon Clem, we thank you for making the inquiries on our behalf.
'Twas no imposition in the least. As I said, I am glad to do all I can.
So, 'tis our understanding that those we escorted back were all close acquaintances of the Inquisitor who turned. Like him, they too had been the subject of harassment by certain quarters of the populace. Is this correct?
It is, I am afraid. And they are far from alone. Men of the cloth were once afforded respect and deference as servants of Halone, but now they are openly reviled by many. We were complicit in perpetuating terrible lies. This is true, but we too were misled. We too are victims. Yet we are regarded by some as criminals.
Well, do I understand the people's anger, but it saddens me to think that they would thus lash out at their fellow man. Especially when we need solidarity most of all. Though I can imagine your plight, I would not presume to fully grasp your pain. Will you tell us of the challenges you and yours have had to face since the war's end?
Like all sons and daughters of Ishgard, we dreamed of peace in our lifetime. But now that it has come, we find we have little cause to rejoice. Our faith has long been the foundation of our lives, and overnight that foundation has been crippled by fractures. Beyond repair, for some. To learn that we had been deceived, and that we had unwittingly deceived others in turn was devastating. We who had once been shepherds to men found ourselves lost lambs, bereft of surety and wanting for guidance. We have languished in darkness, all of us. Yet I have faith that the church will redeem itself, that it will find a new path, and again become a beacon of hope for the people.
I see. Thank you for sharing this with us. Your testimony has confirmed our suspicions. According to our allies, that which causes people to turn is none other than their despair and anguish. If it wasn't before, 'tis now abundantly clear why members of the clergy are among the transformed. That you did not, I believe, is due to your unwavering faith in the church. In light of this, we would ask for your continued cooperation.
Of course. Anything to help my brethren.
Now that we have established the course, that leaves us with the mystery of profane Fafnir's identity. The progenitor of these troubles. Could he too have been a man of the cloth?
From what I recall of his garb, I doubt it. He was dressed in the common fashion, and inadequately against the cold besides.
'Tis said that something of the individual may remain in the blasphemy, influencing its behavior. If we can determine what instincts drive profane Fafnir, we may learn who it once was. And this knowledge, I believe, will prove vital in our efforts to stop it. Deacon Clem, we ask that you reach out to your fellow clergymen. Please do what you can to ease their anxieties.
Understood. As I have ever done, I shall provide what comfort I can to those in need.
Meanwhile, we must make it a priority to identify the blasphemy. To that end, I would seek out more eyewitnesses. The Hoplon is a busy place at any given time. Some ordinary citizens are bound to have been present as that tragic event unfolded. I propose we make inquiries in the pillars. If you could attend to the Hoplon, Lord Artoirel, and I will look in the surrounding areas.
The dragon that appeared at the Hoplon. I saw with my own eyes. One moment an illusion, the next a terrible beast. He was a heretic, I take it.
I wasn't present for the incident at the Hoplon, but a young man poorly dressed for the cold, that I did see. I recall him well because an aide from Saint Vendrias was searching for him. He was a patient at the infirmary, and by coincidence had the same name. I know not what became of that young man, but I hope the aide found him. He plainly wasn't in a state to be wandering about alone.
Your skin is like the snow, your eyes like sapphires.
No, I didn't see that dragon. Nor would I have wished to, frightful as it sounds. They say it wasn't a Dravanian attack. But if not, then what was it?
A splendid day to you, miss. What an honor to speak with a valiant hero who slew the dreaded Needle right before our very gates. I would shake your hand, but to do so would betray the trembling of my fingers. You have brought hope and light to our fair city, and on behalf of Ishgard's people, I salute you. I suppose you'll soon be off to fight other wars and delve into far-flung ruins. Quite an exciting life yourselves, ahem, adventurers led.
Were you able to learn anything?
There you are, K'nekotein. Did your search yield any fruit? A patient of the firmament's infirmary, you say?
Among those with whom I spoke, one claims to have witnessed an individual fitting that description. A man walking in a stupor, who did not seem to feel the cold. If he had wandered straight out of the infirmary, it would explain his state of attire.
Yes, I dare say we have found our blasphemy. But to think that his name should be Vaindria. 'Tis the same as that of former Heaven's Ward Commander Sir Vaindria de Rauchmond, for whom the infirmary is named.
Sir Vaindria, however, retired from his station at a ripe old age some years ago. 'Tis not like to have been him. In any case, we have a lead. I shall head to the infirmary at once. Pray wait for me in the brim.
I told the temple knights the truth behind my father's death, and that Nguruvilu is dead by my hand. They've not accepted me into the order just yet. These things take time, after all. But they've paid for the dragon's head, and it's enough to keep Phil a place warm and fed till he's a man full grown. The boy spends every spare moment practicing with that trident you made. Says he wants to slay dragons like his old man, and I'm worried he's getting just good enough to do it.
Lord Artoirel should not be long. Let us wait here.
This is Loverick, the aide who was in charge of Vaindria. Have you found him? Oh, please say you have.
We have not, I am afraid. But we seek to, and hope that you could tell us more about him. May we ask how he came to be at the infirmary?
He was found by a patrol in the Central Highlands. After being treated for his hurts, he was brought to us for convalescence. Being in the prime of his years, he had been doing well, but then...
Prime of his years. By all accounts, he is no old man. It seems safe to assume it isn't Sir Vaindria.
Oh no, he's definitely a different person, as I told Lord Artoirel. And though he gave his name as Vaindria, he seemed rather confused, and we had no means to confirm his identity. In his state, he shouldn't be wandering about on his own. Please, you must find him.
The man who recently turned into a beast at the Hoplon. We regret to say it may have been Vaindria.
What? No. How can this be? Is there aught else you can tell us? Things he may have said or done while in your care? While he was still unconscious, he would often ramble. Though most of it was incoherent, he mentioned the Archbishop many times. Oh, and he spoke of a bishop too, Bishop Vartanoi. I assumed he was a pious man, given this.
I see. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue our investigation and, should we confirm what became of Vaindria, inform you forthwith.
Let us return to the congregation for now. Head into the strategy room. I should be glad to show you in.
Who could this Vaindria be?
The mystery remains, but we are one step closer to identifying the man who became Profane Fafnir.
Indeed. Though he did not at first appear to be a member of the clergy, his words betray a fervent faith. And how curious that he should speak not only of the Archbishop, but Bishop Vardenoida specifically.
Perhaps he was personally acquainted with His Grace. In light of the possibility, I believe we should speak with him directly.
Agreed. I will request an audience, but His Grace has many demands upon his time. It may be a while before we are seen. Should you have other business, pray feel free to attend to them in the meantime.